People, do you know anyone that's on diabetes, that's battling high blood sugar, that's on a lot of medication? Do diabetes run in your family? Do you have issues controlling your blood sugar? Well, roughly 10 years ago, a 65-year-old woman named Linda from Mississippi thought she was going to die from diabetes. When this woman type 2 diabetes started to get out of control, the doctors was talking about cutting off her toe, her foot, her leg, her fingers. And mind you, at the time when the doctor was talking about cutting off her limbs, she had very bad health insurance. Sometimes the insurance wouldn't cover her medicine that the doctor wanted her to buy. People, this is a true story. Almost 10 years ago, this woman reversed her diabetes with no medication. She could not afford the medication, so she reversed her diabetes. You won't believe how she did it. Let me explain. Now, people, first and foremost, this woman started having issues with diabetes when she was in her early 30s. She was diagnosed as a pre-diabetic. Every time this woman go to the doctor, her A1C would be around 5.7 and 6.3. So years after this woman kept going to the doctor for different health issues, she became a type 2 diabetic. One time she got her blood checked and her A1C was 6.7. Now, before I go any further, let me give you the backstory of this woman's eating habit. How did she get pre-diabetes anyways? How did she get type 2 diabetes? Well, it started in her early 20s. She used to go to the club all the time and she used to drink a lot of alcohol on a daily basis. Also, she had very bad eating habits. She would eat candy all the time. Candy bars, Snicker bars, Twix. She would drink sweet tea on a daily basis. She loved Kool-Aid. She would always put a lot of sugar in her Kool-Aid. Also, this woman knew how to bake cakes. She used to sell cakes, but she used to eat cake all the time. All that icing had a lot of sugar. Also, this woman's favorite was chocolate chip cookies. She loved to bake chocolate chip cookies. She used to eat chocolate chip cookies at least 5 times a week. Now, you may be thinking this woman was eating all of that sugar. I'm sure she had a weight problem. Yes, she was very overweight. But to be fair, when this woman was in her 20s, she did not have a clue drinking alcohol on a daily basis would cause a lot of health issues when she get older. Eating a lot of sugar, she did not have a clue it'll cause a lot of health issues. So when this woman got in her 40s, she's now a type 2 diabetic. Now her A1C is 8.3. Her A1C is raising through the roof. The doctor also have this woman on a lot of medications like metformin and a lot of other different kind of diabetes medications that cause a lot of other complications with your health, like your kidneys, your liver, and so forth. When this woman got in her 50s, her eating habits did not change. Her diabetes only got worse. That's where the doctor started talking about cutting off her toe, her foot, her leg, her fingers. The doctor was scaring this woman to death. And again, when this woman diabetes was getting worse, she did not have good health insurance. The doctor would prescribe this woman medications that was very expensive that her insurance did not cover. So people, one day this woman left the doctor at the age of 55 and she was crying very bad. She thought she was going to die. The doctor was prescribing her medication that she could not afford. People, this woman diabetes started to get so bad, one day her blood sugar was over 600 when she was rushed to the emergency room. She couldn't stand up. She was very dizzy. And the doctor kept trying to prescribe her some medication where she would stick herself once a week, but she could not afford that medication. It was very expensive. So people, this woman did the unthinkable. With the high A1C and high blood sugar, she stopped taking all the medication. She couldn't even afford the medication the doctor really wanted her to take. Now people, what I'm about to tell you will blow your mind. This is unbelievable. This woman didn't just stop taking the medication. She stopped eating sugar. She changed her entire diet. She was scared she was going to die. Now mind you, this woman wasn't perfect with her diet. She still messed up sometimes, but she cleaned up her diet at least 70%. This woman went back to the doctor 4 months later for a checkup. They did blood work. They was talking about reducing her medication. The doctor said, wow, this medicine is working very well. Little did the doctors know she couldn't afford the medication. She stopped taking medication. She just changed her eating habits. Now people, mind you, that's when she was 55 years old. This woman is 65 years old with the A1C of 5.3. People, this woman reversed her type 2 diabetes almost 10 years ago with no medication. So people, what do this story prove? It proves the food we eat dictate how long we live on this earth. The food we put in our bodies on a daily basis is causing us all these health issues. And then the doctor prescribes us a bunch of medication that we can't afford and we go home and die. People, I seen several videos that you probably seen also where the woman tried to set the cheese on fire and the cheese wouldn't melt. The man left ice cream out all night and the ice cream wouldn't melt. People, this meat is fake. The food is fake. People, be very careful what you put in your body. This woman had diabetes all her life and she reversed her diabetes in her 50s. And mind you, she still have her toes, her foot, her legs, and her fingers. Nothing was never cut off.